Hello, gang. Welcome back once again to a Freeform Friday. Now, as you can see, or hopefully tell at least from the distance and range, I've got things set up better because I'm doing another unboxing. Now, I'm going to say up front, I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at Modiphius's Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Here, let's just move that in. Got to look around the side to bring it in, get you good up close image. This one comes with a bonus Satan alien figurine, which I'm hoping isn't one of the original box sets, because the original ones, they've changed up the gameplay. Basically, they've updated the game. You know, not quite a Games Workshop, oh, it's a new year, we get a new edition. We're going to make a new edition type thing, but it is licensed through Bethesda. So it is not some rig, snatch and grab type game. It's actually been out for about 5 years. I just recently became really aware of it. Now, it comes with a number of figures in it. This is a basic 2-player starter set, and it's got survivor groups. It's got a Brotherhood of Steel aspirant, or Brotherhood of Steel knight in T60 power armor, and a group of super mutants to play against each other. It's also apparently got a card variant in it. You can use cards if you want to play solo. You take one side, set up the scenario, and the cards will determine what the opposing force does in accordance with their equipment, their actions, their mentality, that kind of thing. Which I think is really cool. It's a really good way to take it. Now, once I get it unpackaged and everything, and we look at the figures, long ago, I did Bethesda's Fallout tabletop game. And I've got some of the figures from it pulled off to the side so I could do size comparisons and everything between them. The Bethesda tabletop Fallout is, I believe, supposed to be 30mm, where the Wasteland Warfare is 32mm. But there are a few other things in there that are different, from what I understand. I've watched a couple online playthroughs, see how the basic game works, which will help me explain a few of the things better, I hope. And my rig is just not sitting right today. That sucks. Anyway, I'm going to move the camera down to my work table. So, I mean, you can just see the top of it. And I've got a work table put in place this time, so you can actually see as I unbox things. You don't need my face. You want to see the stuff. Let's do the stuff. So, pausing there, I'm going to move the camera down. Alright, gang, we're back at it. Enjoy my sexy pale leg off to the side. Now, as I'm getting the plastic off, I'd also like to say, wife, or the whole family and I, sat down and binge-watched Amazon Prime's entire first season of the Fallout TV show. I'm not going to give you spoilers. A couple of quick teasy things. They lore bomb dropped a couple of things that, okay, I've been playing since Fallout 1, since the original Fallout was just Fallout. 3D view overhead type thing, and they dropped some lore bombs that we've been asking since the beginning. It's through the course of 8 episodes. But, in addition to that, this goes to the side to put stuff in. It was fabulous. Some very minor things, but the sets were fabulous, the script was decent, the actors did an excellent job, actors and actresses, however you want to phrase that, I really don't care. The acting staff did an outstanding job. Let's see, Errata, Fallout Wasteland Warfare, Era 001-111. This is an update sheet with pages such as page 25, movement when engaged. The slide is part of a close combat attack, so any triggers should read. The slide is part of a close combat action, so any triggers... Okay, cool. It's updates and typo fixes. Good little page. Love to see that kind of thing. Don't just leave you hanging. Ooh. Getting acclimated. I am reading this upside down, by the way. Getting acclimated. Initial... Okay, bugger it. Initial know-how for Wasteland survival. Cool. Just basic rules. What is this? Yes, this is a initial how do things work. You know, basic intro type book. Very cool. I'm going to keep moving because we got a lot of stuff to see. This is a big box. Okay, something important. Now, I don't have to read through the rules and everything to give you all this. All right. You see the funky colored sticks. These are both your movement and ranges, and they're color-coded, so you don't have to measure everything, you know, pull out a tape measure, that kind of stuff. Things have movement, distance, and ranges. Of course, weapon ranges, movement distances, throw ranges for grenades, things like that. It's all color-coded. So if you've got a movement of blue, let's say Dogmeat is doing a long-range run, you just pull out the blue and go. But, I mean, because these pop out, let me go ahead, I'll just, whoop. Let's say you've got, dude, you're going to fill in for Dogmeat. This is an end-to-end, no fanciness, type movement. So you literally put the movement at the end of touching the figure's base, and then move it all the way down to the base touches the other end. That's your movement or range. That is your blue distance. If you're wanting to, as I understand it, having watched a couple quick playthroughs, if you're wanting to move in the middle of it, say there's an obstacle right here, you move down to the obstacle and then rotate this to keep moving down to another obstacle, down to the end, to go like around stuff that was in the middle. Or you can choose to, you know, get your distance cut by going over the things. There's rules for you. Okay, that takes how much to move over? That decreases you to a green or a red or whatever. That's one of the Vault tabletop board game figs I was talking about. Now, oof. Rules, I do not know them all. It's just some basics. But as I understand it, there's activation, and you can choose to activate a character, but not have it do its action. Basically, ready it. That was the word. You ready it, and then you can activate it. So you can ready one. Your opponent, and this is each person does a model type thing. You go back and forth through combat, not like Games Workshop crap where you may as well flip a quarter. Heads wins, tails loses, because one side does all their shooting first and annihilates a quarter of their enemy's force. No. Each side moves a model at a time depending on initiative and size of force. So you can activate one, let your opponent go, activate another one, or ready another one, and then activate them both to like shoot together or move together type thing. Alright, let's get that out of the way. But yeah, you've got all these funky parts. I don't even know what some of these are. Pluses to armor, which means if your opponent's weapon does 3 damage and you've got a +1 armor, you only take 2, unless they roll an armor break or something on the special dice. I will likely, at some point, do like commentary video clip of a fight between my wife and I with these. She likes super mutants. Ooh, a couple of nice terrain maps. Let's go ahead and fold one of these. See just what's on here. I'm seeing some debris or something there. I mean, it is the Wasteland. Ooh, these are nice, thick feeling quality map. Where's the edge? There we go. Oh, they're not double-sided. That sucks. So you don't get multiple terrains on one map. I love that Catalyst did that with some of their newer maps. Bit of roadway, and then Wasteland off to either side, so you can place objectives barriers, terrain pieces, things to make it more interactive. Oh, yeah. Look at that baby. As a death claw in green injected mold plastic. You go a little bit shiny because of our lighting. Oh, that is beautiful. Tire on his base, some rocks, and he's huge. I'm going to put him right there for now. Raw. All right. Rules of play. Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Huh. It's got a... I'm going to have to read through the rules. I mean, I know how these work, but a lot of these are different. And they're like magnifying glass, eyeball, arrow for search, awareness, and move distance. Oh, those are going to be things on the character card. Okay, some of this I can just explain. Some of that I know. It's a beautiful book. Oh, it's got painting details. Using what company's paints? Army Painter paints. Okay. That's cool. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Army Painter paints because they're drip bottles. I like paint pots I can dip, wipe off what I want. Drip bottles, I have to use a painting palette, and I find it waste paint. And, I mean, that's good for the company selling the paint. Annoying as hell for me. Yeah, it's got step-by-step layering instructions for painting up miniatures. So, I might actually have to pay some attention to that. Maybe. Might have to get some army paints. Beautifully painted miniatures. Explanation of the rules, of course. I'm going to have to work through that. Anyway, we're seeing what's in here today. So there's the rule book. Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Campaign Handbook. Secure your place in Wasteland Society. Campaign Handbook. Okay, quests. Solo co-op mode. So you can actually play stories from the video games, or apparently a campaign story after the battle. Building your settlement. Oh, that's cool. I heard there was a settlement way to play where you start out and you can basically build up a settlement with supplies, resources, and everything to benefit you. That's going to take a bunch of reading and everything too, which is fine. I've got time for that at certain points in my life. Y'all know. I sit at work, I sit and monitor computer screens a lot, watching for sensor activity. I can read. Okay, now. Let's just look at the figures. We have a dog mate. We have a Wasteland Survivor with what looks like a stim pack and a pipe pistol in hand. God, that light is really releasing them out, isn't it? Let me scoot over and try a different setting. Right, just decrease the brightness. Is that better? How much better is it? Yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't know if I like the orange light, but it's better than just that bright, blinding, drowned everything out. So, we've got a survivor, settler with a stim pack, and a pipe pistol. Now, as I understand it, they have basic stuff they come with, but you can modify it with armor, equipment, weapons, med stuff. It's all good. Nora. Female sole survivor fig with 10mm That camera doesn't refocus well. And rifle with extended magazine. Very cool for down there next to dog meat. Got another General Survivor, female from the look, with looks like a pipe rifle with scope, maybe? Hard to tell. Definitely looks like female fig, and yeah, that's a pipe rifle. Look at the buttstock. It's definitely a modified pipe rifle with scope. And the short mag. She's got boards under her feet. Both of them have debris. She's got boards. Okay. I saw this one. I was like, what the heck? This guy can work into multiple forces. He has a double-barrel shotgun. He is a tech slave. Either a freed tech slave or if you're using like raiders or something, he may work in as a enslaved individual with tech skills. Thanks for doing things like hacking terminals, stuff like that for some of the missions, because the various missions have different types of objectives. Some of them you have to hack terminals to open things up, to get hold of things. You have to pick locks, or you just have to get in and, pick cuffs or something. Oh. And the Brotherhood of Steel Knight in T60 with laser rifle. Yes. Beautiful detail. Yeah, good details. You survivors should really be behind the power armor. Whoop, dang it. I foot hooked the bar. Okay. Now. Oh, there's the free Zetan alien with... Oh, he's got the modified blaster with the scope and extended barrel. That light is still washing things out a bit. Maybe if I shift it a bit. No, that's not helping. Is that better? Now let's try that color for a bit. Yeah, Zetan alien with the upgraded and extended Zetan pistol with the scope and everything. Yeah, you two can go ahead and face off him and the Deathclaw. There we go. Now, one thing, looking through the various kits of miniatures that are offered, it looks like they've only got 2 body molds for mutant hounds. Both of them come in this, but they also commonly come in some of the other kits. But green molded plastic. I like it. Here they come, Charlie. They are huge next to people. Look at that. I do not remember them being that big next to the player character. Dang. And then I've got 3 super mutants in here. Super mutant with a drum mag and pipe rifle. And he's got a bit of super mutant heavy armor on. There's a little pipe piece sticking up over his shoulder. I don't know if you can really see that. Let's get my arm out of the way. Yeah, there it is. Sticking up there. You're a rangefighter. Stay back there. Alright, got the super mutant with paired pipe pistols and heavy armor with some skulls, including one on his chest. And he's wearing the aviator's hat. I like it. And finally, what every super mutant force should have: minimal armor, metal helmet with a blade on it, and a sledgehammer. Dude, go smash ya. Alright. Now, heroic cards. They're cards that can be used to modify characters. I'm not exactly sure how all of them work. The dice have a bunch. They have a bunch of D12s and a couple D20s, mostly D12s, but they've got numbers and special symbols on them. For instance, if you've got a, here we go, Sole Survivor Rifle Perception 7. That can't be right. That cannot be right as I understood it. So I understood the skill with the weapon next to it. So in this case, pistol and rifle, perception 7. That's what you need to roll on a 4 or less. Some of the D12s have 4, 3, 2, 1 on them twice, plus some things that can affect your stuff and cause you auto miss and stuff like that. But it's like, that doesn't seem right. And then the heart on agility 7. If I remember the playthrough a couple of playthroughs I watched right, we just got 7 hit points. That seems a little nuts to me. I'm gonna have to read through, and definitely gonna do a play a match and take screenshots and give you stage by stage what happened, recap. But over here on the side, you'll see the little armor helmets. Top one with a 3, that's ballistic. So if somebody's weapon does 3 damage and there's no modifiers, your armor just soaks it. One below it is energy damage. Once again, 3. So it only does 3 damage. Once again, soaks it. The bottom one is radiation. It's only a 1. So you take 2 radiation damage, you're going to take 1 of those. And that apparently works in a kind of weird fashion. Your rads add up, and as you take damage, the rads take you down. You can't heal it. So eventually you die of basically radiation making you too sick to heal. Can't get these open. One sec. Okay, I've got Sole Survivor. There's also a Sole Survivor Day 1 with much lower stats. The Settler with the rifle is on here, as you can see. And the perception of 6 with the rifle there. So in theory, you need a 6 or less to hit on a 4 or less. But there are tons of modifiers. For instance, if you're behind a barrier or a barricade or some sort of debris, and there's another one in between. If you're shooting at a target that's behind a barricade, and there's another thing in between, that automatically drops that 1 each down to a 4. I'm not sure of all the rules. Dog meat, mutant hounds. Yeah, see, Soul Survivor having 7 health, this super mutant only has 6, if I remember how it works right, because it's endurance, the heart next to it means 6 hit points. Oof. That would mean the Death Claw. Strength, melee damage, not using any weapons, has an 11 with 12 health because of the endurance 12 with the heart next to it. That actually makes sense. And Death Claw is unaffected by radiation. That also makes sense. Alright, you know what? I could go through those cards and everything, kind of like what happened with the magic cards, and take forever. But instead, let's do some comparisons right quick to finish things up. First things first, Super Mutant with Sledgehammer, Fallout Wasteland Warfare. From Bethesda's Fallout tabletop game. Now, size-wise between them, it's not bad. They are, looking at them here, they're almost exactly, size for size, the same. The Super Mutant himself is a beautiful fit, but the base sizes are important. They determine area of control, contact, things like that. Yeah, that's a big difference. I'm going to have to find some proper size bases, probably just look at the circular Warhammer bases. Find ones that are the right size. And I'm figuring I'll glue this base on top of the larger base and then terrain model, create a scene per se. Very nice. Now, power armor. Same issue with the bases. But how do they look? The Fallout tabletop one is actually a little bulkier. They're the same size, it just looks a little bit bulkier, maybe a little bit better details. The shoulder rings are definitely more better defined. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And now the regular people. Let's see, I've got a dude, soldier type dude in light combat armor from Bethesda's Fallout tabletop war game. And let's grab the gal with the survivor with the rifle. Once again, they are pretty much same size. Dude in combat armor from Fallout tabletop board game might be a little bit bigger but in the head, but that could just be his helmet. Otherwise looks really good in scale. But once again, the bases are ever so slightly different. So yeah, I'm going to have to find a slightly larger base, glue him down to it, stack it up a bit. Make his base just a little bit bigger so it utilizes the correct spacing. Oh, and Deathclaw. These things are just huge. Bloody mutant hounds are just ginormous. I do not remember them being that big in the video game. Anyway, as I was saying, hope y'all enjoyed. Looks like some fun stuff I'm going to be working on for quite a while to come. Any thoughts, comments, observations, suggestions down below? Hit the like, dislike, subscribe if you haven't already. But more important than anything, if there's something or someone important to you that matters to you, then whether you choose to get up and out, face to face with other people, or stay behind the relative safety of your keyboards, or just pick up the phone, call an old friend, family member, let them know you were thinking about them, that you were worried. Whatever you choose to do, however you choose to do it, get involved and make a difference. But take care. Stay safe. I am the Articulate Grunt. I hope to catch you back next time, but for now, I'm out from here. Bye.